guys, it's Aliesha, or you can call me Lai. How are y'all? I'm doing pretty good. First off, I'm so sorry I have not filmed in like 2 weeks. My life has been hectic. Like, I got a new puppy and I never had a dog before, so I had no idea how much work it was to have a puppy. So like, ooh girl, I just been a little stressed, but it's okay. Like, I'm back and I'm better. Like, today's video is today is about pouring into yourself before you pour into others. Let's talk being called selfish. I resonate with being called selfish a lot. I have been called selfish from people who've tried to get like a personal gain from me. It's so crazy because the people that I've been called selfish to the most were the people that I've done a lot for, and when I put my foot down and was like no, they were mad. They called me selfish. They tried to guilt trip me and tried to make it seem like I didn't do anything for them, and that made me feel so bad. It used to make me feel so bad because I used to think that it was my responsibility to make people feel comfortable, to make people like me, to make people want to be around me, to have a lot of friends, to make my man like feel comfortable as much as possible, but not make myself feel comfortable. I thought it was weird and bad for me to ask for things that I wanted from others, or to ask for more from friendships or from my relationships, mainly relationships, for real. And I know a lot of other people are like that too. They're somewhat the nice girl, and they think that if they're really nice to people and if they give a lot to people, that people are going to give the same thing back, or people are going to, I don't know, it's like you feel like you're gonna get a reward after being really sweet to people. Like, you feel like you're gonna get this big ass trophy because you were really nice to people. Not necessarily a reward, but you kind of feel like people are gonna like you more if you do that. That you're gonna be chosen if you aren't selfish, if you're giving people a lot of your time and your energy. But what happens when you give people a lot of your energy, a lot of your time, and then when you are asking for something, when you need something, people don't show up for you? What happens when that happens? Now, you kind of have to show up for yourself, but it's hard to show up for yourself because you gave yourself to everybody else, because you have no more energy, because you've given people things that you didn't even have in the first place to give, because you didn't focus on yourself and your mental and how you feel. You did not focus on yourself. So because you didn't focus on yourself, because you didn't give yourself first, now you're drained. Now your energy is tired. So now you're scrambling, trying to find somebody who's going to save you, trying to find somebody who's going to make you feel better, trying to find somebody who's going to comfort you. When in reality, you should have been the first one to comfort yourself first. You should have been the one to show up for yourself first. Why were you showing up for people who aren't even going to show up for you? And that's what happened to me. And after that all happened to me, something clicked in my head and I was like, hold up. I'm sitting here making people feel comfortable. I'm sitting here worried about other people. I'm sitting here checking on other people, and they ain't even checking for me. They not even, you know, and not even just that, like, I'm not even just talking about the people that aren't going to reciprocate that back, but also I'm talking about you giving so much energy to people and expecting them to treat you the same way, or expecting them to put you first too. But these people could be really, really good friends to you, or really good family, or whatever. They could still be really good people. On the flip end, when you're looking for something, they're like, oh, I can't really do that right now because I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to make sure I'm okay. And you look at these people and they're not necessarily being selfish, they're just putting themselves first. And you kind of look at it like, dang, like, I just given everything to this person. I just done all this stuff and I didn't even make sure I was okay. And here this person is, they're making sure they're good before they can help you out, or before they can listen to your problems, or before anything. And now you look kind of crazy because you're like, dang, like I put aside everything for people. I put aside how I felt for people, and this is what I get. And it's kind of to a point where you look at yourself and you're like, should I be angry with people, or should I be angry with myself? Because I'm the one that didn't make sure I was okay. I'm the one that didn't take care of myself. I'm the one that expected people to do a lot for me. You are not responsible for anybody else's happiness but your own. And we need to stop feeling responsible for other people when they're upset, when they're sad, when they're angry with you, when, you cannot control how people act towards you. You cannot control how people feel about you. Just because you give a lot does not mean that people are going to reciprocate that energy back. So it's like, you are not responsible, because if you're responsible for taking care of somebody else, what happens when that person is finally good? They're finally able to take care of their own selves. Are they going to be looking for you? Are they responsible for taking care of you now that your mental is drained? No, they're not. They're going about their merry way, and you're left with nothing. You're just there. And I'm not saying all this to say, oh, don't be considerate of other people's feelings. Don't check on other people. Don't do this. But what I'm saying is, you need to make sure you're good first before you go out your way to make sure that other people are good around you. Because when you're good first, then you can be that person for other people. You can show up for that person and be like, you know what, girl, I'm mentally good. I could help my friend now. I could be there for my friend because I'm mentally okay. I'm physically okay. I'm in the right headspace to do that. But when you're coming from a place of lack, why are you helping people gain more? Why are you helping them instead of helping yourself? Did you check on your mental today? You sit up there and you check on everybody else. But did you check on yourself today? Did you ask yourself, am I okay? Am I mentally okay? Am I okay for somebody to come talk to me right now? Am I okay to do a favor for somebody? Am I okay? Just in general, am I okay? Did you wake up this morning feeling mentally drained? But did you even ask yourself these questions? Did you even ask yourself, hey, what can I do to make myself feel better in this moment? No. Instead, you called up somebody and you made sure that they were okay, or you just went about your merry way, giving yourself to a job, giving yourself to people, giving yourself to family, there's so many ways you can give yourself to other people before you give yourself to yourself. Like, if you have a corporate job and you go into work, and I talked about this in my selfish morning routine also, you go into work and you kind of give yourself to your job first, without handling how you feel in the morning, without putting your best foot forward, without making sure you look good, without making sure mentally you feel good. And you give yourself so much energy to a job, you think you're gonna come back and want to give yourself no, babe, you're gonna be so tired, you're gonna be like, girl, that's it, I'm going to sleep. Like, that's it. And you're going to be mentally drained every time you give yourself to other people or other things in your life. So I already said this, but my first tip, honestly, check in with yourself first. Go make sure when you wake up every morning, you're like, how do I feel today? What do I want to get out of today? What do I need to do first to make sure that I'm okay? Do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to journal? Do I need to put my makeup on? Do I need to put my hair on? Girl, what am I talking about? But hey, shoot, I'll be putting my hair on. I'll be putting on my little wig, okay? And if the answer is yes, then I need to give myself that first. And then I can open the door for other people. I can go on social media. I can call my friend. I can give myself to my job because I'm able to. I feel good. I've given myself myself. Another thing I want to talk about with being super nice and pouring into other people, I don't know if this is going to sound weird, but how many of us, especially women, like see our friend and they be like, oh my god, you look so good, you look so great, you can do this, you're so talented, you're this, you're that. But have you told yourself that lately? Have you given that to yourself lately? Have you gotten ready for like a party or something, or to go out to brunch with your girls, and when you got ready, after you finished, did you tell yourself that you look good today? Or did you kind of talk about yourself in a negative way? Or did you not say anything? Did you hype yourself up today? Did you make sure that you felt like you were the baddest? I can't really curse out here. But did you let yourself know that you were the baddest bee out here? Like, did you do that? Did you do that? And then now you're sitting up here, not even just your looks, girl, but did you tell yourself that you were talented in whatever you love to do? You like to sing. Did you tell yourself you was a good singer? Did you tell yourself that you were great at playing piano? Did you tell yourself that you were doing a good job just waking up this morning? Did you tell yourself that you were good today? Did you compliment yourself today? No? Oh, well, that's the problem right there, girl. You need to be complimenting yourself first. Why aren't you complimenting yourself first? Like, it's okay to compliment your friends. I'm not saying that, because I compliment my friends all the time. But babe, best believe, before I step out this house, I'm complimenting myself first. I'm going to give myself first. I'm going to tell myself that I'm talented first. Period. Don't stop hyping your friends up if you haven't done that stuff for yourself first. Stop it. We're not doing that. Because guess what? When you go out and you don't get a compliment, it's not gonna make you feel insecure. It's not gonna make you feel bad because you complimented yourself. You was like, girl, I look good. So now when I go out and nobody say nothing, that's okay. We wait so much on people to tell us how great we're doing, how we look good, how we feel. Did you ask yourself how you feel? Did you tell yourself that you were good looking? Did you do all that this morning? No, but you're sitting up there giving that to somebody else. Stop it. Give it to them after you've given it to yourself. Now you can go around and be like, oh girl, you look good. We all look good. I look good. Period. Another thing I want to talk about is distractions. Setting yourself up before you are distracted. And this is something I am currently working on. Because this is, for me, this is a big version of like pouring into yourself before pouring into other people. So when you have to get, okay, say you write out your to-do list. And you write out your to-do list and you're like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. But you may want to talk to your friend that day, or you may want to go see your family, or you may want to attend to other people first, or that might be on your list, but you know that you have to get something done. You're in school, maybe say you're in school and you know you gotta get a paper done, but your friend is calling you on the phone, right? Do you pick up the phone first, or do you make sure that you're good? Do you make sure your paper is done for school? Or do you get distracted and be like, oh, well, I'll just do it later. I got some time. No, babe. We are not doing that. If you get distracted easily, you need to start finding ways to undistract yourself. Finding ways to limit distractions so that you can take care of yourself first before you hop on the phone. Before people get to you first. Because the thing is, distractions are hard because they show up a lot in your life, but you need to be like, hey, look, I'll talk to you later, girl. I gotta do paper. I'll call you back. It's so simple. You could just be like, hey, girl.
Sorry, something's not right. Wait a few minutes and try setting up again. You can also try unplugging your device and plugging it back in.
You know, Google gets on my nerves. Like, I didn't even say anything. Okay. But it's so simple. You could just shoot out a text. Hey, girl, I gotta do my paper real quick, but I'll call you back tomorrow, or I'll call you back today. Just like that. limiting your distractions. And guess what? Now you graduate in college. But how many of us decided to get distracted and be like, oh, I'm gonna just do it later? But now you set yourself back. You didn't set yourself up for success. You set yourself back. That isn't self-love. Stop feeling bad about taking care of yourself first, because at the end of the day, you're going to be happy that you made that commitment to yourself and now you're where you need to be. Why are we waiting for other people to make our birthday special or an event special or our life special when you can just do that for yourself? You can buy yourself a gift. You can go get yourself a cake. You can celebrate. You can sing to yourself. You can do all of that stuff to yourself. But why are we waiting for other people? Sometimes we think that we need friends or we need people around us to make everything special, but we don't need that, you know? And if you have one or two friends that are showing up for you, you need to pour into them. Why are we pouring into people why are we pouring into people who aren't pouring into us? Sometimes we feel like we have to make people like us, or we have to pour into them more and more to get them to like us or to get them to see that we're great. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that if you have people around you that are already see that you're great. People around you that already want to be around you. Why are we spending more time pouring into people who aren't even pouring into us? You know? So if you know that you bring like this energy with you to other people, but they don't bring you the same energy, cut them off. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Or have a conversation with them and be like, hey, I feel like I'm doing a little bit more in this friendship or in our family or whatever it is. It's okay to have a communication, a conversation. Or if you just feel like that person is a bad friend, then you gotta go. Be honest with yourself. Do you need more from yourself? Do you need to give more to yourself? Be honest with yourself. Do your friends need to give more to you? Do you want friends to give more to you? Do you want friends that treat you exactly how you treat them? Do you want to be a better friend? Do you want to be a friend that shows up for people because they show up for you? Are you the problem? We gotta start being honest with ourselves. Are we the problem? Are they the problem? Come on now. We have to be better. We have to do better. Another thing I want to talk about is something that I experienced that I started to do, and it has changed my life. You cannot blame people forever. And what I mean is, at some point I went about my life trying to blame my family for not giving me what I needed and not giving me the love that I needed or attending to me in the way that I felt like they should. And I was always blaming them for things. And then I realized, babe, I'm an adult. I can now give myself what I need. And when you sit in that place of blaming other people for not giving you what you need, you're gonna be in this depressive mood. You're not gonna feel good about yourself. You're gonna feel like everybody around you is to blame. And yes, whomever should have treated you better, but now it isn't the time for you to blame other people. You know what? First of all, we need to get a therapist to talk about our problems, but not only get a therapist, now is the time to ask yourself, hey, what do I need? And then you need to give it to yourself. You cannot change the past. You cannot change how people treated you, but what you can do is move on. You can move on and treat yourself better and be the kind of person that you wanted to be. Be the kind of person that you wanted to have, you know? Prove it to yourself. Prove to yourself that you needed this kind of love. Prove to yourself that you deserve that kind of love that you asked for from people in your life who didn't give it to you. Prove to yourself. Go out and find it. If it's a guy and he treated you bad, guess what? You can go out and find that. You can go out and find somebody better. But I wouldn't say find somebody better first. What I would say is to give that to yourself. Find out what you need and give that to yourself. And then also know, like, there are people out there that's going to treat you the way that you want to be treated. Why are you sitting up there messing with a guy who ain't even treating you how you like to be loved? Is it because you don't treat yourself good? Oh no, honey. Oh no, honey. Remember, you gotta pour into yourself first. So you need to pour into yourself first, and then go out there and find somebody else who will treat you just as well as you treat yourself. But if you don't treat yourself well, you are not gonna go out there and find somebody that treats you better than or as good as you treat yourself. You're not gonna do it. So don't blame nobody for your circumstances. Yes, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that they didn't give you what you wanted. But guess what? Now you're an adult, or even if you're not an adult and you're a teenager watching this, you can still give yourself what you need. They may not be able to give it to you, but you can give yourself what you need. You know? Take yourself on dates. Talk to yourself. Comfort yourself. If you're sad, it's okay to have feelings. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. Sit with yourself. Ask yourself, why do you feel that way? And comfort yourself. Give yourself your favorite snacks. Talk to yourself. Be that person for yourself. Cry your eyes out. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. And once you get that, once you know that, you can start to cater to yourself, comfort yourself, find ways to cope. And I highly, highly recommend therapy. Sometimes we do this thing where we trauma bond or try to get other people to heal us. And first off, it's not always healthy. I do think that your friends should be there for you, and you should be able to talk to your friends about things that are hurting you. I definitely think that. But what happens when they cannot be there for you in that moment? But if you had a therapist, guess what? You could go in and you could talk about all your problems, and they are going to come from a professional standpoint, and they're not going to make you feel like your feelings don't matter, you know? But if you have a good therapist, let's put that out there. But you have this designated time for yourself, to cater to yourself, for you to heal. And they can't make you feel like you don't matter. Therapists are there to attend to you, to talk to you, to help you from a professional standpoint and make you feel like, hey, I matter. My feelings matter. There has to come a time where you're like, enough is enough. I deserve to be heard. My feelings are valid, and I'm gonna go seek help. And if you have to do that, that is okay. But make sure that you can distinguish between people who are actually asking for help and people who are actually being super selfish and wanting you to, and taking advantage of you. Because the thing is, I do still believe in helping other people when you are good mentally. But if you have somebody around you that's draining, that takes advantage of you, and you can't recognize that and you don't guard your heart with that, the thing is, you don't want to do something for somebody who's trying to take advantage, who isn't treating you right, who isn't being that person for you. And each time you do something for them, it's gonna feel like you're gonna feel this disconnect from yourself. So make sure you're guarding your heart with all your might. And then I want to talk lastly about when you give yourself and a lot of it, then you can start to add to it. Then that actually multiplies and you can give to other people. And you know how good you will feel if you can help a ton of people? Once you're coming from a place of abundance, you get more of that from your life. You get more of that. You start to attract people who are going to treat you well, who are coming from a place of abundance. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what else you would want to see down below. Let me know how you feel about this topic. Let me know, I don't know, just let me know, girl. I don't know. I promise to be consistent. I'm gonna say that right now because I gotta hold myself accountable. I promise to be consistent. I want to at least do videos once a week. So we are gonna strive for that. Even if it's just a short, I'm going to be consistent. Okay. All right, bye guys.